SoFi is up another 2.5% today, and what we're going to do in this video is go over why we were watching to get into SoFi back in December, what was constituting a potential long entry even though we were in a massive downtrend, and we're going to go over where I see SoFi going within the next couple of months because I'm still bullish on it. It's definitely still held by the bulls. We have a very strong trend right now that looks like we're going to have a big reversal, but I will say short term, we might see a bit of a pullback. So let's get into this first just by looking at this setup. We're going to go into our replay and we're going to go back all the way to the week of Thanksgiving. At this moment, obviously, there is nothing but bearishness. The indicator that we're going to be using is a private and premium indicator for our Discord members, which if you guys want to get access to it, it's the second link in the description. But you can just go to your indicators tab and type in Smart Money Concepts by Lux Algo. Ours is just set with a little bit better settings and a little bit better quality of life, I will say, but this indicator will work fine no matter what. And all we're looking for here is to watch these order blocks and trade around them as well as our trend. So at this moment here, obviously we're in a downtrend. Going long on SoFi would be absolutely nothing besides praying and hoping that SoFi has found a bottom. But at this moment, we're going to allow this to continue to play out. We see a couple of buyers coming through on our Smart Money Concepts, which is showing nice. We'll probably get this move back up, but as we said before, every time we've been bought back up, we've been slapped down multiple times by this trend. So the chances of this breaking through are pretty low, but if we can get a confirmation, then we could potentially go long. As SoFi retraces, you could have entered long at $7.15, but once again, we would only be buying because of a small amount of pressure sitting here, but the trend is still overall down. At this moment, more buying comes through. We're pushing up over this trend, which is something that we've seen before and it's gotten slapped back down, but look at what's different this time. Now we have multiple 4-hour candles holding over this level. What I would really look for is the pullback and the retest of $7.74 or the weekly open, and that would be my time to go long. So let's just say we're going to go in with 2 orders here because we saw the retest. Now our targets will be up here at about $8.40, $8.60, and $9. Now when it comes to myself, I don't like to just close out my positions entirely. I really like to focus on scaling into positions and scaling out of positions. So we're going to allow this to play out. Obviously, SoFi pulls back, but look what's happening. We're holding on to this level. We're confirming this level of $8 as a strong support. And all we need to see now is buying pressure continue to hold and push back into the stock. So on the 12th here, we get this massive gap up, the one that we've been watching for. And at this moment, we're up over 850. We're up over our pivot level. All of these order blocks are no longer here. And we know that this can probably freely run back up to $10. So at this moment, we're just going to allow this to pan out. I would most certainly be selling half of my position here just because I do think that we could probably see the pushback to 10. But the fact that we're up about 17 to 18% within just a couple of days is definitely warranting me to take some positions off. Obviously, this is a replay and it's not real money, but I want you guys to understand what we're watching in real time because I post on my Twitter, which you guys should definitely be following. I actually posted this trade over there, but I want you guys to get the understanding of what we're looking at because it's easy for me to go back and be like, look, I knew this was going to happen or I didn't think this was going to happen, but to actually give you my analysis real time alongside winning and losing trades, I think is very, very valuable. So at this point now, a new week opens and we have a new previous week high and a new previous week low. We're pushing up to test this new resistance point, and I'm going to just allow this to run only because I took half of my trade off. If I didn't take half of my trade off, I most certainly would have closed this out. But now we see a new previous week open and a new previous week high. And now I would still be in half of my position waiting for either the break above $10.36, which would bring us back up to $11.32, or the break below $9, which is where I would close out the rest of that position and look for the move back down to 8. That's all well and good, but you might be saying to yourself, Pete, what do I do if I'm not in a trade? I want to get into SoFi, or maybe you want to short. I personally would not be going short on this anytime soon. I think that this still has some legs to move up to $11.50, but what I do think is that entering with a massive trade here is really not worth it. From where we are right now at $9.90 up to my new target of $11.50 is about a 15% profit. back down to just support level is about a 17% loss. So what I would say is my best case scenario would be to go long on SoFi again down here at $8. But the chances of that happening, I think, are very slim. So my personal plan is to enter with half of my planned position at $9.22. So let's say in total I wanted $100,000 worth of shares. What I would do is enter with $50,000 worth of shares here at our support level. And then what we're going to do is enter with our final $50,000 worth of shares down here at about $8.15, which would give us an average of about $8.64. From there, we would set a stop loss under order block support and a take profit all the way up at order block resistance. This would give us a potential 30% move to the upside with a very small 10% move to the downside. I will be keeping you guys posted on my Twitter/X if I end up taking this position, as well as this YouTube, so make sure you're following me on both. I hope that this video helped, guys. Thanks for all the support. If you want access to our private indicators, as well as all my trades, trading bots, and much more, check out the second link in the description to join our Discord community and become a private Academy member. Thank you for all the support, and I'll see you next time.